Hello Cancers, so I'm doing your weekly reading for October the 13th to the 20th, and I'm going to take a look into your situation, ask why it's happening, take a look at your blind spot, take a look at anything that's working for you at this time, and of course we'll be finding out how this is all likely going to be playing out for you as well. So your situation is intuition. Okay, now with this one, Cancers, yes, you do have a very strong intuition, okay? Sometimes you trust it without question, and other times you're a little bit more, am I just being overreactive here to this situation? You could be dealing with a Virgo, okay? Or you might have strong Virgo placements in your own chart, and I say that because I've not long done their reading and they had a similar message that came out for their read, okay? So you might want to go check that video out after you've watched this one, of course. At the bottom of the deck is Foundation and Achievements. So this one is the equivalent to the Four of Wands, which is all about strong foundations, building up something new. It could be a family home, could be building up a business, anything like that. It indicates that you're building it on a firm foundation, okay? So let's find out more about this intuitive message. Why is this here? What is going on here? Right, so can you tell us more about Cancer's situation to do with intuition? Foundation and achievements. I'm getting this message that you're feeling good, okay? You're feeling really good about the future prospects of what you're building, of what you're creating. You're feeling like almost to the point where you don't want to celebrate too soon because there's something to it. But I'm kind of getting the impression that you could be just pissing on your own chips there with that, okay? I do get the impression that you have every right and that you're quite right to feel hopeful and optimistic and intuitively to know, do you know what? This is going to work this time. This is actually going to go somewhere. Okay, Queen of Cups, your Four of Wands is coming out again, and you've got your Six of Cups out now as well. Yeah. Very, very emotional week. Feeling very happy, very fulfilled. This is a very beautiful, gentle, homely combination. You might find that you could well be spending more time at home this week, okay? Maybe some of you guys have got a week off, you know, like a holiday or an impromptu holiday or something, okay? Where you're just spending more time at home. You could be beautifying your current living situation as well, okay? Turning a house into a home this week. That's all very possible with this kind of energy here. You've got the High Priestess that's coming out squiffy and the Two of Wands also squiffy. So yeah, your own intuition is telling you everything's right about this situation. Your own intuition's telling you, you know what? I have the freedoms to be happy here with this situation. Do you know what I mean? It's like your own intuition's telling you, yes, you can be hopeful about what's going on this week. Pissing on your own chips. High Priestess coming out squiffy. Two of Wands coming out squiffy. It's like that loud inner critic of yours, okay, is trying to convince you, oh my God, this is going to be a disaster. Oh no, it's going to go horribly wrong, okay? It's possible as well that some of you guys could be moving in with someone this week. Okay, and you being genuinely happy and hopeful and optimistic about it, and then your loud inner critic's like, oh yeah, but what if it goes wrong? Oh yeah, but what if they cheat on you? But what if this? But what if that? Right? That's not really your intuition that's speaking to you doing that. That's your loud inner critic. That's why this High Priestess has come out squiffy, by the way. Okay, and your future plans with the Two of Wands has also come out squiffy. Because your loud inner critic is running the risk of fucking your own shit up for you, Cancers. That's what's going on with this situation. Okay? And then you're going to be trying to figure out, are these doubts coming from my intuition or my loud inner critic? I can't quite tell the difference. Okay? So the difference is going to be your intuition. It's like you're just going to know that something is right, or you're just going to know if something is incredibly wrong, right? You might not always have the words to articulate it, but you're just going to know. Okay, whereas your loud inner critic, usually it's going to be sitting there poking holes in your own plans and telling you that you're shit and telling you that you're crap and feeding you all this negativity, right? Your intuition will never do that. Your higher self will never do that. That's your loud inner critic. So why is this happening? Wisdom, yeah. So that you can learn the wisdom and gain the knowledge to recognize the difference between, here you go, intuition and loud inner critic. Okay? Learning the difference between the two and trusting on your own ability to recognize which one of these is which. Okay? Can you tell us more about this wisdom? Death. There's change, transformation. This one's also liberation. So once you've recognized the difference between the two, that is going to be a form of freedom. That's going to be a form of self-liberation. Okay? So, yeah. Never give in to that loud inner critic. All right? Yeah, 7 of Cups, confusion, daydreaming. That's also illusions, right? So this is happening so that you will be able to see through the illusions that our own minds can and often do create. Okay, right. So what's in your blind spot? Material and spiritual prosperity in your blind spot. So this week is just another stage of your own spiritual growth and development. Okay, it's like this week you're adding yet another skill to your spiritual toolbox, as it were. Okay. You've got this material prosperity and spiritual prosperity in your blind spot. You don't even know that it's coming. You don't even know yet that it's there. And it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So let's find out more about this. Can you tell us more about this material and spiritual? Oh, the Fool, new beginning. Yeah, taking that calculated risk. Taking that gamble, the gamble paying off, right? We had a similar message out for you guys just a couple of weeks ago where you were taking a huge calculated risk and it was going to pay off in massive ways. Like, you had huge rewards coming in for you there as well, where you practicing this release and surrender of what the final outcome was going to look like. And then because of you taking the necessary and calculated risks, the payoff massive. Absolutely massive. And we're getting the same sort of message here with this material and spiritual prosperity with this Fool, right? Fool is a new journey, it's a new beginning, and that can only happen once you've surrendered and released everything that was holding you back prior. Now, Cancers, the major thing that I can see that's holding you back right now is your own loud inner critic, the Tower in your blind spot. Yeah, you don't want to fuck this up for yourself, Cancers. Okay, you really don't. With this Tower, that's a foundational shift. Okay, that Tower is everything changing, and usually all at once as well. The Queen of Wands, so the Tower with the Queen of Wands, you're confidence levels, your charisma, your ability to attract what you need and what you want into your life. You have that ability, Cancers, in buckets, right? But again, that loud inner critic of yours is stopping you from reaching your fullest potential, from achieving what you're supposed to be achieving, okay? Interesting. I'm just going to get another deck here for a quick minute and clarify further that Tower, because it is in your blind spot and I feel that it's necessary to get as much information on that as possible. Why is this Tower in Cancer's blind spot, please? The Moon reversed. Fear is the mind killer. The Moon reversed. That's things coming to light, okay? That's someone facing their fears also. So you're being asked, Cancers, okay, why is this loud inner critic of yours right now taking center stage? Okay, you need to ask yourself and answer to yourself, okay, as honestly as you can. What is it that you're genuinely afraid of? Is it because you're afraid that as soon as you're happy, everything's going to fall to shit and that everything's going to get taken away again? Is that what's going on? It's possible. Why is it that you're some of you guys are afraid to allow yourself to be genuinely happy, to allow yourself to genuinely feel excited and hopeful about the future? Could it be because you're accustomed to disappointment after disappointment? Could it be because things going right for you might well feel foreign to you? And that can be scary. When shit suddenly starts going right, you're correct. Yes, that can be quite jarring, especially if you're one of these that is accustomed to tower up, tower down, tower up, tower down, right? It then sets that expectation. Okay, I'm building this tower. I'm expecting that to just come straight back down again, because that's the way that it's always played out, okay? So in a weird way, that can train someone's brain to be afraid of being happy, because they become afraid that it's going to get taken away or that it's going to get destroyed or anything like that. Okay, so that's what I see going on in your blind spot, and it's in your blind spot because it's subconscious. It's subconscious because you're not even aware that that's what's going on, and that is what is fueling your loud inner critic. So once you're informed about that, which now you will be, so it's no longer in your blind spot because now you're aware of it, you're going to be able to suffocate this loud inner critic of yours, and thus take away its power until it's no longer an issue, okay? At the moment, your loud inner critic is being fueled. It's being fueled by this fear of, I just don't want it getting taken away again. Okay, and again, the Moon reversed, that's someone who fights against or is resisting the natural cycles of life. Okay, so if you were to resist the natural cycles of life by resisting, okay, you know what, shit needs to change, it's now changing up, I'm going to lean more into that rather than being afraid of it, that's you appreciating the natural cycles in life. And hey, you know what, if it all goes to shit, then okay, you can and will rebuild, right? But that's if. It's an if. It's not a guarantee. At the moment, your loud inner critic is telling you, oh, that's guaranteed to happen. That's guaranteed to happen. It's guaranteed to go to shit. And that's quite simply not the truth at all. That's an illusion that your own brain is feeding you, that your own subconscious is feeding you. Okay, yeah, see, the Star. I told you all that without even looking at those two cards. The Star and the Lovers has come out squiffy. Okay, the Lovers coming out sideways like that, that's a split. It's a separation, right? What I can make out here is you could be moving in with someone. thinking about moving in with someone, starting up a new relationship, or taking a pre-existing relationship up to the next level. And then your loud inner critic's like, no, 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 no. Bad idea, bad plan. Whereas your intuition's going, you know what? This actually is going to be the best thing for you here, Cancers. You're going to feel closer to this person. You're going to feel more connected to this person. The relationship is going to grow from strength to strength. It's going to go up to the next level. You're going to start going through life experiences together and growing closer and stronger through those natural I want to say that the natural changes that happen in life, right? And doing it with the partner. And then your loud inner critic's like, nah, that this person's going to bolt, they're going to run, right? So again, the Tower, the moon reversed, this loud inner critic, it's a fear, it's a concern that you have. You've got to take away the fuel. Take away the fuel. This is healing. This is wish fulfillment. The star is the place where your dreams come true. Okay? That's your northern star. That's you making the right decision. It's you heading in the right direction. Okay, this here is asking for you to listen to your heart this week, right? I fully appreciate that, yes, sometimes our hearts, they can be absolute assholes. Yeah, appreciate your heart can and sometimes will lead you astray. I agree, right? Completely. There's a time and a place for everything. And this week you're being told, Cancers, listen to your heart. What is it that your heart really, really wants? Do you feel safe with this person? Yeah? Do you feel safe in this situation? Then, quite honestly, if you answered yes to those questions, you can safely and securely tell your loud inner critic to GTFO. And you can do it out aloud as well if you like. Okay? Because that's your past fears that are coming through. You do not want to be pissing on your own chips. Okay, the star with the lovers off center. Literally, to clarify the Tower. It is kind of like you're worried about a situation that's not even happened. It has not happened yet. Okay, you're preempting. You're preempting negativity that's not happened yet. And be really, really careful of that, Cancers, because you are, energetically, you're very magnetic this week in particular, okay? So the last thing that you want to be doing is that self-fulfilling prophecy, okay? Because you're attractive and attracting this week, okay? So if your focus is heavily on this loud inner critic, what do you suppose might happen? Do you know what I mean? So just be mindful of that, okay? Right, so what is working for you this week? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Triumphant success is what is working for you this week with the Ace of Swords. A breakthrough, clarity, truth, revelations. You winning the battle with your loud inner critic. Like literally. That's a battle that you will win. Okay, whenever you see the Ace of Swords in the upright position, that spirit's saying, you've got nothing to worry about. This is a fight or this is a battle that you will win. Like, it's right there. Okay, so that's where your belief needs to be right now, Cancers. Okay. Can you tell us more about this triumphant success? I like that. Triumphant success. So it's not just regular old success. It's not just regular old, yeah, I did that. It's more, wow, I've been through it and I managed it. Okay, it's triumphant. Yeah, the Emperor, divine masculine energy. You could be the divine masculine. You could be getting more in touch with your inner divine masculine this week. You could be dealing with your divine masculine. Again, take it as it resonates. But the main message with the Emperor, Aries energy, is saying, Cancers, you know what's going to work for you? Is if you take hard control of this situation, right? So take hard control over your loud inner critic. That's what's going to work for you. Because if you give in to your doubts that are coming from your loud critic, if you give in to those doubts, it's going to ruin things for yourself, which we do not want to see happening. So you have to take loud control, hard control. You got the Three of Swords that's coming out to clarify that, and it's come out squiffy. Again, worried about situations that haven't played out yet. Preemptively concerned about shit that's not happened. Right? They're saying here, what's going to work for you, Cancers, is if you make peace with past hurts, past pains, past betrayals, past disappointments. Make peace with all that this week. Okay? Do not be carrying that old past energy into the start of your new life. And it is the start of your new life. That's why you had the Fool come out. That literally means that this is the next chapter of your life. It's starting now. It's starting this week. Okay, you don't want to be taking old ass energy into this new beginning of yours. Okay, so the only way to do that is to move through it, process the emotions as and when they come up. Okay, make peace with it, and then you're going to be able to enter this new chapter of your life with clean hands, a clear conscience, and a healthy heart. Okay, right, so how is this likely going to play out? The Six of Cups, memories of love. For how this is going to play out. Now, with that being more sort of futuristic energy, it's diluting the nostalgia that the Six of Cups is usually connected to. Okay, Six of Cups is usually connected to past. With this being in like a futuristic type position of your reading, it waters down that past energy. So again, past hurts, past pains, past disappointments. Do not give that power, right? This one is saying you will be able to build and create beautiful memories of love with your significant other. Okay. This is building happy memories together. That's where your focus needs to be on right now. Yes, it is. The Page of Pentacles in the upright position. Yeah, the student, it's kind of like learning as you go through the process. That's Page of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, the Eight of Cups. So bit by bit by bit, you're surrendering that old energy. Okay, little bits at a time, you're getting rid of anything and everything that doesn't serve you with this Eight of Cups, right? It's walking away from shit that doesn't work. Okay, that's literally the Eight of Cups meaning. Not taking old energies into this beautiful environment here. Nine of Wands. Boundaries, practicing your boundaries, reaffirming your boundaries, not feeling guilty for having boundaries. It's self-protection, but to the point where you're not closed off to the rest of the world. Okay, it's letting people in just that little bit more. It also indicates that you're very close to success as well. Okay, it's perseverance. It's pushing yourself over the finish line. Okay, that's Nine of Wands. You're giving yourself a nudge in the right direction also. Right, let's get you a healing message. Can I have a healing message for our Cancerian collective, please? Okay. Number 19. Oh, it's Bridget and creation. Okay, let's have a look. Number 19. Yeah, so consider, what is it that you're creating right now? Okay, it says creation is your birthright, yeah, as is happiness. Okay, creation is your birthright. All of us create. We don't have to be artists. The more that we create, the better we get at it. Trust your intuition. Okay, right there. Trust your intuition. And master your craft in joy. Yeah, you can do that by allowing yourself to be happy. Okay? Be the inspiration and inspire others. Do not apologize for your creative spirit. Regulate your emotions through a creative endeavor. And then your affirmation is, I am infinitely creative. And then your companion stone or metal is iron. Yeah. So this one is asking for you to be creative and to create joy and optimism in your life. Okay? Right, so for a little bit of fun at the end of your reading, because it's always important to leave the reading on a bit of a high, okay? You're supposed to leave a reading feeling better than how you went into the reading. I do this by always pulling naughty decks at the end of a read. It is a swearing deck, so if you're allergic to swearing, then you just don't have to listen, okay? Ace of Swords, fuck yes, do it. I told you. I told you. Yep. What's under there? Queen of Wands. Ha! It's divine timing, you silly fucker. Yep. That is what I have for you guys. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.